Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson, and today's review is going to be on Men in Black International. This movie was okay. I mean, I love Tessa Thompson, Chris Hemsworth. They were great in Thor Ragnarok. You know, of course, Chris Hemsworth is great as Thor. Um, and he was okay in this movie. It's not as bad as the second one. It's not as bad as the third one. I mean, the third one is okay. It's watchable, but still just not as good. None of these movies have captured the magic that the first Men in Black had, I thought. And Will Smith, of course, makes that movie with Tommy Lee Jones, but then it kind of fell apart in part two and part three. And I really wasn't looking that forward to this movie. But I went in with low expectations, but came out pleasantly surprised. I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's just not a great movie. It's watchable. I would definitely say don't go to the theater to see this. Don't spend your money. Wait for it to come out. You know, it's just not worth the price that you pay to go to the theater and see this type of movie. I mean, was it spectacular and the visuals were awesome? Now, that kind of stuff is cool to see in the theater, of course, but the audience really wasn't engaged. I mean, all their jokes fell flat on the floor. It just seemed like it was just dead silent, and you know, no one really, you know, it wasn't engaging. It's just not, it's just an okay movie. It's kind of like you're watching, okay, I'm just watching Men in Black. It really seemed like it was kind of like a TV episode of Men in Black. You know, it just felt powered down. Now, the one cool thing I did like about this movie, and that was the villains. And I noticed that in some of the reviews that people were saying that these villains, you know, they're worthless. And true, they are worthless. You know, they're really not that explained. They're explained a little bit, but just not that great, but I just thought visually they were awesome. You know, I loved it when, you know, they look like space, you know, is inside of them and they're from space or something. You know, it's just really cool visual effects on the villains. And really on all the visual effects were pretty good in this movie, I thought. It's just that the story just fell flat. You know, they're after this device, and you know, it just seems like one thing after another kept happening to them. And I know you kind of have to have those kind of things to have a movie, but have it tell a cohesive story. You know, it felt like it was just, you know, all over the place, and it just kind of lost me. You know, really from the beginning. Like I said, you know, I kind of went in with low expectations. Really wasn't looking forward to it. I was hoping that it would at least match the first one and have that kind of, you know, gravitas that would bring you in, you know, like the first one did. And the humor in the first one was spot on. I mean, every joke hits in that movie. But it looks like in this movie, it just felt like they were just saying it just to try to get you to laugh. You know, almost every joke felt that way. So it was not funny, even though it tried. Um, the acting was okay. It really wasn't the acting or the performances. It was really just the story. Just fell to pieces, and these villains are after them, and they have to fight them. Now, when they were fighting the villains, I thought that was cool. But other than that, it's just an okay movie. So I'd say save your money. Wait for it to come out. And if you like the first movie and you didn't like part two and part three, then you'll probably like this movie. So that being said, it might be right up your alley. You might want to go check it out in the theater. Go do it. You know, support science fiction. But really, I just got to be honest with you. I didn't enjoy it. I mean, it was just okay. It was just mediocre at best. And maybe I'll watch it again when it comes on TV or something later. But I'm not going to seek it out because I feel like after I saw it, it's really kind of forgettable. So that's my thoughts on Men in Black International. Sorry, guys, I just didn't care for it that much. But it's not a bad movie. It's not terrible, but it's just not great. So judge for yourself. But have you seen Men in Black? Do you plan on seeing it? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!